Hello, my friends. I'm Rachel Archelaus. I am a spiritual teacher, an author, an energy translator, psychic medium, and a witnesser that the law of attraction is completely real and we just can't get away from it. It's like gravity. And I'm saying this because I want to talk about the Colleen Ballinger thing that's happening right now and how I just have always seen this coming and why. Now, I'm a fan, and you can tell a fan by how they pronounce her name. So the people who are calling her Colleen obviously don't know her that well as a creator or in real life. I don't know her in real life. But her name is pronounced Colleen. And I've been watching her nearly daily for years now, and before that, before she was even really vlogging consistently, I was just fascinated by her because she is a woman who's a creative, who's supporting herself, doing what she loves. She had a very non-traditional start in this career, and she, in the beginning, technically failed at doing what she wanted to do, which was to be on Broadway. She did move to New York for a while, but it just didn't quite pan out, and so she just made this Miranda thing happen miraculously. She put in tons and tons and tons of hard work. She toured when there weren't that many people who would go. I mean, she just really grinded, but it was what she loved, so she made it happen. And I was always fascinated by that as a creative myself, and so that was really what drew me to her. And then it's just been fun to watch. The thing is, she's always been very self-deprecating, very hard on herself. She has said to everyone that watches her that she has been diagnosed with ADHD and rejection-sensitive dysphoria, which can make you feel extremely insecure and just sort of imagine that the world is hating you. And it can be triggered by the littlest thing, the littlest misunderstanding, miscommunication. And she's also admitted that she's really struggled with having the ability to share her success or to talk about her success. She's talked a lot about being berated for sharing the good things in her life or talking about herself. And so just the way that she has these thoughts in her head, these sort of self-hate thoughts, I can't believe she's having all of this success because there's so much negativity in her brain. Now, the one thing I did notice throughout the years is her gratitude. She's always said like she was so grateful every time she got to go and perform, whether it was for 10 people or 100 people or now, thousands of people. Like she always tries to take in the moment and make the best of it and really appreciate what she has. Now that is going to get you far. That is going to get you more to appreciate. When you work on the internet, she gets a lot of opinions thrown at her. A lot of people don't like her, a lot of hate, and I mean, her Netflix show was called Haters Back Off. She has a whole character about, basically being hated. And so there's just a lot to overcome in that. If your primary focus, if your internal thoughts and feelings about yourself are that you're not good enough, you can't believe you have what you have, people hate you, that's gonna happen because that's where you're living. And unfortunately, she's been through many sort of mini scandals, and this one, it doesn't seem so mini anymore. I don't know if she's gonna come back or not. And if she does, I really hope that she can, it's up to her. I'm not trying to wish anything upon her. It's just, I know she does enjoy the life that she has, the life that she's created, the character that she's created. I hope she can maybe find some inner peace and love and alignment in allowing herself to enjoy what she has, and so that it can continue. So it's just an interesting thing. I was just thinking maybe 6 months ago, like, I don't know how she's been able to succeed in the way she has because of the way she thinks about herself. And here we go. the world is blowing up at her, and I honestly can't even believe it. I don't know. I don't have any opinion on this. I mean, I don't know her in real life. I don't know any of the things that really happened. I'm not going to believe certain people over other certain people. I just know that it's gotten to a point where, like, when Time Magazine and Rolling Stone and you're on NBC, like, these are really big outlets, and so it's definitely reached the mainstream. And I will say, at first, when I saw her video, the High video with the ukulele song, I was like, oh my God, you go, girl. Like, you address that. Like, don't get into it. Just, let it keep rolling. But the thing is, when you defend yourself, you create more friction. So, it didn't go well. It actually made things a lot worse. And it's just gotten so blown out of control. At first, it was really about things that happened a long time ago. And now it seems to be like there's like even bigger allegations involved I have no idea about. I was looking for information in the very beginning when she hadn't vlogged in a few days. I was like, oh, something must be going on, and I hadn't heard about it yet. So I found the Reddit group, Colleen Ballinger Snark, and I was like, oh my God, to have 30,000 people, there's probably more now, like literally plotting against you, digging up about all of you and your family, and like talking bad about you constantly. That's really got to be something hard to deal with. I've been watching her for a long time, and I know that in her vlogs, she's often really over-explaining why she's doing things because she will get so much pushback from anything, any decision that she makes, any toy that she buys her kids. And I always wondered about that, but realized she's just trying to preempt the snark. And here we go. There's a whole subreddit about her with tens of thousands of people constantly doing that. So I can't imagine it's an easy position to be in. I can't imagine it's easy to have a life that's completely on display. I can't imagine being so insecure and then finding fame and then, of course, oversharing to people thinking that, you're getting some connection and then things going wrong. Like, there has to be just so much involved in this, but I just really wanted to take a look at it from the law of attraction point of view, whereas how you feel is what you create more of. And if you're constantly feeling negative about yourself, boy, are you going to allow more of that in, because that's what you're a match to. So really, to elevate beyond, you're going to need to find some good things to feel about yourself, some good things to appreciate, so that you can live up here above that negativity. Negativity can't get to you. So I know this is a really simplistic way to talk about it, but honestly, it's a pretty simple thing. And so, yeah, I hope everyone involved, whoever's making, saying, people are stepping up, saying they were made very uncomfortable, they were victimized, they were used. I hope you can find peace. I hope she can find peace and her family can find peace. Yeah, there's just so much going on here, so much friction. So if you have any thoughts about this, please leave them below. In a personal level here, we can all sort of take away from this. Like, I've had a lot of friends, this has happened to me many times, where I've had a friend who really believes like they won't ever be talked to again. And I've had this too, this feeling as well with certain people. Like if I say one thing wrong, like they're never going to talk to me again. And the thing is, you're right. You're going to be right. There's a self-fulfilling prophecy is a thing for a reason. Because whatever you believe, you're right, right? Henry Ford said, whether you believe you're wrong or you're right. Like, something like that. So this can happen to any of us. So all of us, find some inner peace, right? I was just meditating before I made this video. I wasn't going to make this video, but then I was like, you know what? I think it's important to talk about this and how, we really are more in control of things than we think, but it happens from the inside out, right? Trying to control and manipulate the outer world isn't going to do much. We got to approach it from the inside. So if you want more information on any of this, just watch my other videos, catch my live streams every Thursday, read my book if you want to, Intuitive Art, How to Have a Two-Way Conversation with Your Higher Self. That's linked below. And I will see you very soon. Lots of love. Bye.